Okay, has the recording started? All right, great, everyone. Today we are from Group 4 and we will be tackling our week 12 task, which is Basic Subtitle Translation Analysis. Hi, I'm Sayang and I'll be your moderator for today. I'll try to keep us on track so we don't go over 20 minutes. Let's start by introducing everyone and their roles for this project.
Hi, I'm Azrul, and for this task, I acted as the subtitle reader, and my job was to watch the Enola Holmes clip and carefully transcribe what was said versus what actually appeared in the Malay translation.
Hello, I'm Sohana, the translation checker. I'm mainly focused on the meaning aspect, checking if the Malay subtitles really capture the heart of the English dialogue or if things got lost in translation.
And I'm Zahid, the analysis expert. I look at the technical side, the language style, whether it was too formal, and if the length of the text was appropriate for the script.
All right, and hello. And last but not least, I'm Faris Najami bin Samsul Kamal, and I'm the presenter and improvement lead. Later in this discussion, I will show how we made these subtitles even better for the audience.
Thank you, everyone. So, our video choice was a scene from Enola Holmes. It's a very emotional conversation between a mother and a daughter. Azrul, can you explain briefly why we picked this specific clip?
Of course. Okay, first of all, it fits the criteria perfectly, and then the clip is only about 2 to 3 minutes long, and the dialogue is very clear. And then luckily TikTok already had the English to Malay subtitles functions for us to analyze the clip.
Now let's get into the topic of the discussion. Azrul, can you walk us through the first few lines that we already.
Sure. Okay, firstly, in line one, Inola's mother said, "This is a surprisingly nice room." And the translation that we found was, "Ini adalah bilik yang sangat bagus." And then she says, "I like the finishing touches," which we translated as, "Saya suka sentuhan akhir."
Sorry to interrupt you, Azrul, but looking at that first line, ini adalah feels formal or textbook-like. I don't think anyone actually says ini adalah or speak like that in real life.
Exactly, Sohana. That's what I noticed too. It's grammatically correct, but in subtitling, we want it to be short and simple. Using ini adalah makes the line take up too much space on the screen.
Right. And what about the second line, which is sentuhan, sentuhan akhir for finishing touches? Is that a good translation?
Um, so for that one, it's actually a literal translation. Well, it's not wrong, but it feels a bit stiff, and static. It feels more like a Google Translate results rather than an actual movie script.
Ah, I see. Okay, let's move on to the middle part of the scene. Azrul, can you please proceed reading the next few lines?
Okay, from this scene here, the tension rises a bit. She says, I can't stay long, which translated to, saya tidak boleh tinggal lama. And then she said, people might be watching, which translates to, orang mungkin memerhati.
I have a problem with tinggal lama. In Malay, tinggal often means to live somewhere. In this context, she means that she has to leave soon. The translation might confuse some viewers for a split second.
And look at the word memerhati. It's quite formal for a spy thriller vibe. Maybe something punchier would work. But it's easy to understand, so it passes the language check in our guide.
I agree. Now let's move on to the next task, which is the task asks us to improve 3 lines from the scene. So, Faris, I know you have been working on this. What is our first fix?
Fix, huh? Okay. So for the first line, instead of the long, ini adalah bilik yang sangat bagus. We suggested bilik ini cantik juga. Yeah, and it's much shorter and more natural for, conversation.
I like that. And it actually saved almost 50% of the screen space while keeping the same meaning from the original English text from the clip.
Yeah, exactly. For the second one, in line 6, I wanted to tell you where I was going, but it wasn't safe. So the original translation was, saya ingin memberitahu Anda. It's not really that good. So we changed it to, mana beritahu ke mana mak pergi, tapi tak selamat.
Oh, switching from saya, Anda to mak is a huge improvement. It fits the language criteria because it matches the informal relationship of the characters, mother and daughter.
And for our third improvement, we can have a look at the line of apology from Inola's mother. If you don't mind, Faris, can you please read the next line?
I do mind. Okay. For the last line, I didn't leave because I didn't love you. Sorry. We kept it mostly the same. We shortened the Malay structure to make it punchy. Mak tinggalkan awak bukan sebab tak sayang. Although it translated to Malay, it still carries the emotions in the scene.
Wow, that's much more emotional. So we changed this because subtitles need to be short and clear while maintaining the original meaning of the text. Okay, now because it is almost 10 minutes, we are coming up on our time. Let's do a quick recap. Can everyone here give us a look into your biggest challenge moment during this text analysis? Can we start from Azrul first?
Okay, and for me, it's how much you have to cut for the text. You cannot be a perfectionist with every word. You have to translate the feeling in the text instead. Sorry.
I realized that translation isn't just about bilingual skills. It's about understanding how people read while watching a movie. So if the subtitle is too long, the viewer misses some of the actor's performance from being too focused on text on the screen.
For me, I learned that formal Malay is often too heavy for subtitles. We need to use bahasa basahan more often to make it feel real for the viewers.
Yeah, I agree with you all. This does show me that subtitling is a balance of meaning, language, style, and also length. You don't really have to, translate literally. It also depends on the context and the content.
Well said, everyone. Well, I think this is a great discussion. Thank you for joining our discussion. And that's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you everyone for the past few weeks already since this is our last meeting. I would like to thank you all for all this meaning, for all the meeting that we thank you very much.